I've been using Cub Cadet lawnmowers for years, so when the time came to upgrade my lawn tractor, I was not going to be switching brands, so I stuck with the Cub Cadet brand, and I ended up getting this Ultimate ZT1 50-inch. I've been using this lawnmower for a season now, and I'm beginning to regret going with the brand loyalty and not going with something that had good reviews, because this ZT1 50-inch has some issues with it, and I'm going to share them with you today. This Ultimate ZT1 has a very simple control panel. You have your key to start it up. You have your PTO engagement, so you can start the blades up. You have your throttle, then you have your choke. You notice right here, no hour meter. So I don't know how many hours this lawnmower has on it. I only had it for a season, so it can't be that many, but if you don't know how many hours it's got on it, how do you know what to service, when to service it? Kind of questionable, but I think every lawnmower should just have an hour meter on them. Next thing I found really challenging with this lawnmower is to figure out how much gas you have in the tank. So you can look through the tank and see, there's some gas in there. But how much? Kind of have to come down here and look and see, we've got some gas in there, but not very much. I just think that there should be a little gauge or an easier way to be able to tell how much fuel you have in it. My old lawn tractor had that. I just think that's really disappointing that they just stuck a tank in there and you just don't know how much gas you actually have in there. Luckily, I haven't run out of gas. But you know what? If I started mowing today, I might actually run out of gas because there's not very much in there. I also didn't purchase this from Home Depot. I got this from Cub Cadet directly, and then one of the local distributors dropped this off. Next thing is with these Turfmaster tires, you'll notice that this tire here is full of grass clippings, and for some reason this tire always fills up with grass clippings and dirt. This other side is basically clean. And I thought these tires were pretty good, and I was using them to cut my lawn here, which is nice and flat, but there is a little bit of a hill here, and when it was a little damp, I started turning, and this side gripped okay, but this side here started spinning, and I've noticed that over and over again. I do take care of a couple of properties, and this thing just wants to spin and has really poor traction on this side, so I may need to upgrade the tires. I'm really disappointed with how well these actually grip on slight slopes and when it's wet out. I know you're not meant to use zero turns on big slopes, but we're not talking very much here. This is very little slope here, and my lawn tractor used to handle that with no problem at all. The grass clippings that are getting piled up underneath the belt covers, you can see here just how much is actually getting kicked out. I'm actually sitting still right now, and there's all this grass getting pushed out, and when I start moving slowly, so much grass is coming out and piling up, and you just get it all piled on top of the deck, which is just ridiculous. I haven't seen that before on any of my lawnmowers. I just think it's crazy. I have to get my leaf blower out every single time I run the lawnmower and blow that out. All that grass just came out, and I'd only mowed about a quarter of an acre. I don't have that much lawn to mow at this property, but that's just an unbelievable amount of grass that gets caught up in there. I can't imagine having that much grass trapped in there is good for the spindles or the belt. So I like to just blow that out every time I mow, just to make sure that it is clear. Staying on the deck, you can add one of these wash ports on here. This is the MTD brand. You can get them on Cub Cadet's website or Amazon or even at the Home Depot. But there's one on this side, but not one on the other side. So you can clean one side of the deck, but not the other side. When you look online, typically these larger decks like the 50-inch have two wash ports, but you can see in here, there's no other wash port. I just think it's a really poor design. It works really well on this side, but it doesn't clean the right-hand side of the deck well at all. So maybe that's something they should add to future decks, is add a second wash port, because it'd be nice to be able to clean the right-hand side too. When mowing a thick lawn, I've noticed that you get a little mohawk stripe down between runs. You have to overlap about a foot, which kind of defeats the purpose of having a 50-inch wide deck. I do like to overlap a little bit, but you have to almost put the front caster 6 inches to almost a foot to the right of your previous pass. And when you come back on the other side, you don't need to go as far because the deck does stick a little bit further on the left-hand side, but it just kind of defeats the purpose of having such a large deck. You get these little mohawks, especially when you've got a thick lawn. If you've got a lawn that's kind of like this one here, where it's not too thick, cuts great. But if you've got some good growth, some healthy grass, not got the best of cuts, and I'm really disappointed in that. Here are the issues I have with my Cub Cadet lawnmower. None of them are major, and none of them prevent the lawnmower from working, but they're just little upgrades or things that I would have liked on this lawnmower